Hello? Can you hear me, guys, on the stream? Tell me in chat if you can hear me. Hello? Oh shit. Can you hear me? Great. No response. Get on it! Look dumb. So. Oh, great. So, everyone can hear me in the lobby. Who the hell is sending me a friend request? So, we are here for tier 4 race. Let's go. Tier 4 Brazil. As we have 16 people in lobby. Okay, someone added me. I need to tell him to not go McLaren. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be a wet race. Or at least at the start it will be dry, but then it's gonna rain or something. Oh, someone sent the... Okay, I forgot where to invite people, correct. Okay, so I need to invite Morgan. I'll also invite this guy who just friend requested me here. So, please, don't pick McLaren, guys. As, let's see, who is out on track? We need to enable all the telemetry things. And we're here with Trappy, the championship leader right now. As I need to invite again. Great. Well, that's off to a great start. Xenox, can you hear me? Because I'm not sure. Nobody's responding to me. As Trappy goes very deep here into turn 1. Let's see if I can make up for the time loss. I'll be home in 5 minutes, so should be able to get in for a race if you need someone. Okay. Oh, and Trappy is off. I think he spawned on the curb. I did not see his lap. Cricket also decided to abort his lap, so he's gone for a 2 outlap strategy. I respect that. Oh my god, as Playmito gets a lot of traffic here on... What is going on here, guys? I don't think it's a parking lot here. We're not in Australia. As Playmito is getting blocked by a McLaren of Avi on the outlap. This might be a penalty for Avi. But actually, the first one on track right now is a Lugdom. I absolutely don't know the splits for any of the sectors, but let's see, Lugdom He's gonna come across the line in a few seconds. And he sets a 107.8. That was a nice lap for Ferrari driver. As Playmito will set a 108.879. So pole position yesterday in tier 5, that is, was 8.2. So we have already beaten that. As Traps will come across the line, as it has a 8.0. That's a solid lap time. IKEA man invalidated. No man, the guy with the best name in the world. Okay, can we see anyone who's coming across the line? No. So let's stick with Eddie for his lap, as I need to. As Avi decided to abort his lap, I didn't even see that. Let's see Wolverine, as he is sandbagging so clearly. I don't know what he's doing, but he's not using his ERS at all on the final straight, with 40% ending his lap. Trappy now goes to P7 because Cricket has beaten him just now. And let's see Mark Civet, he has invalidated his lap. IKEA van goes to P4. What a great drive from the delivery. The delivery has been pretty quick recently, delivering in 1 minute and 8 seconds from IKEA. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I'll make IKEA van jokes every day when I see him in the lobby. So you can't restrict me from doing that, guys. This is unstoppable form of joking. Unless he changes his name, of course. Then it will be very sad. So please don't change your name. As there is nobody on the track who is on a lap, which is just insane. Where can I listen to commentate? Okay, Morgan, I invited you already, but I'll invite again. I don't know if you can hear me really on the stream. So I really need to know if you can hear me, guys, because it feels like I'm talking to a wall. As Allmeister is going for his lap now. I didn't even see that. Let's watch it from the third person view. And he has no traffic on his lap almost. Only the Mercedes of Risky Hobo team. We can hear, yes, let's go. I'm not talking to a wall. W. Everyone put W in the chat for that reason. As Allmeister in the V-Carb, I think that's also his first appearance in the tier. So let's see how he performs here. So the minimum goal for him is to beat Risky Hobo team, which is a tier 5 driver. And so far he's going pretty equal with him on pace. But let's see the final sector. As he opens the ERS very late there. And he comes across the line with a 109.166. That's a decent banker. But of course 1.3 behind the leader. Yeah, 1.302. As Luke Dome has set an astonishing lap time as a banker, 107.863. Okay, great, so on stream they can hear me. Allmeister has retired from the session. What the hell has happened there? Oh, he left the session. great. As Ank is getting blocked by whoever this guy is, I think that's Williams, is actually giving him some slip. So that may have been some tactics from the Williams guys, and I mean it worked, as Ank and Quistex are now in P3 and P4. As the sun from my window is finally not blinding me anymore, so I can actually see who is out on track. As Risky had actually set a lap time of 108.579. Maxi also goes in his house to P13. Mark Civet, the only guy without a lap time now, apart from Morgan, who has just joined. And let me invite back Almeister, because I think he disconnected. Yeah, I'll invite him back. And Quistex is going for his lap now, but he had a very bad final corner, and he's also playing on the keyboard. I remember that. As he comes across the line with a 108.025 breaking the Ferrari 1-2. As Ahmed goes to P6 with a 108.303. And Risky Hobo Team decides to absolutely not slow down for the pit lane. Well, I mean, tier 5 drivers do not slow down for the pit lane either way. Let's see Wolverine. He's actually improving by 3 times, and he's actually using ERS now. No, he decides to stop using ERS again. 108.211. Oh, as Monkey goes to P1 with Trappy beating him instantly. What the hell is that? Monkey is also, I think, the team principal of House. And he has been demoted to tier 4 to try out one race in this tier. But, of course, so far he and Trappy and Luke are in a league of their own. As Cricket will also... no, he will not improve as he invalidates. Play Mito. I think he has already improved, but he's going for another lap here, maybe? No, I don't think so. Harold not going for a lap. Morgan across the line, 108.469. I don't know if he practiced or not, but he was online before I invited him. As Traps goes quickest now, 107.79, and that's almost beating tier 4. No, not tier 4, tier 3 record. As Lugdom invalidates his lap, and this has to go into the pit straight. As IKEA Van, I think, has just improved to P7 also. Ahmed, I don't know how many laps he has done on those stars, let's actually see. Yeah, he's going for the second flying lap on those stars. As he will come across the line right now on his old tires. I think he's improving a bit. Yeah, 108.222, so not enough to beat anyone, but he improves his own time. And he's also reviving the meme of 2. Let's go. This is some elite ball knowledge of the number memes. Risky Hot Bottom will also go for a lap now. Yes, he is going for a lap. He's pushing. Three times down on his time already. What did he find in Sector 1 there? Avi goes up to P14 with this lap. At 108.583. But let's watch Risky. Risky goes on hot lap mode for whatever reason in Sector 4. Hot lap in the big 26, mate. What are you doing? And Mark Civet is also on his lap, will take a look at his lap as well, as the Risky is improving 5 tenths. But I don't think he has enough ERS here because he used hot lap mode here in the sector 2, and that's why he has only improved to P9. 108.211, same time as Wolverine to be fair. But let's watch Mark Sivet as he will come across the line. A former Ferrari driver now reserving for Alpine this race, and is only P13 as he slides off in turn 1 and he spins. Oh, that was a sick for 60 mark. I'll have to. Did I have you? Okay, I will invite Ben. As yeah, here he is. And refresh. And here. No, not here. Where's Ben? Where the hell is Ben? I do not see Ben. I do not see him. What is happening? Why is my game glitching? Why can't I see Ben? Yeah, I accepted his friend request, but he's not showing for me. As Quistex has improved his time as well, but only gained 1 position, I think, from Ank. 107.9. What is this turn, of course? Oh, I think Cricket is on his lap now. No, he invited it again. Mate, you go off track more times than I do in a 36 lap race. I can't even retire from the session, unfortunately. How did he crash in turn 1? Can someone tell me how did he crash in turn 1? I'll remove and try again. Okay, Ben. I'll try again to invite you. But it just doesn't show for me. I don't know what's your name. I mean EA name. Or whatever it is, it doesn't show for me. Okay, Ben. He definitely added me. Let's go. Well, maybe he's like this cool guy. Yeah, I think this is him. Okay. I think I invited him. As we have some final laps already here, Morgan on his lap. I don't know if there's anyone ahead of him. Playmeter decides to go for a 2 outlap strategy or whatever. No, he just goes into a pit, he'll retire here. So it's last run for him, last run for Morgan as well, as he will maybe pick up a few cars of traffic here. As what is this Williams doing on the grass? Quistex retired from the session. I think that was him on the grass. As Morgan, across the line, he has no battery left to deploy P6, and that's his final run. Wolverine is going somewhere out of bounds here. I don't know what's happening with him, but that's definitely not how you should take that corner. Let's see if anyone is close to finishing their laps. Maxi is close to finishing his lap, as he gets a nice slipstream from the McLaren of Albi, but only goes up to P16. Harold decides to not improve. As Trappy is on his outlap. Can he make it in time though? That's the question. I think he makes it in time. Yeah, he does. Monkey is not improving on his lap time. But let's see if Traps is. I think Traps is the first one out on track. He's improving by 0.088. And let's see. His PB was a 7.703. Can he beat that time with the final sector? Can he cook up the final sector? As he goes, he can't beat his PB, but that's good enough for provisional pole with a 1077. Trappy is the last person across the line, will be the last person across the line. What is Lugdom doing here? I have no idea. Monkey does not improve. Ahmed improves to P5, that was a good lap time from the UAE driver. Civet has invalidated his lap time again. Avi will come across the line, but we are waiting for Trappy. No, Avi will not come across the line. He's too slow to complete his lap. Wolverine is improving a lot. P7 for him. Trappy is down on his time. But let's see if he can cook up the final sector. He hits the wall and he can't take it away from Traps. And Traps secures his first pole position of the season. And I think his first pole position in this league as well, first pole in Apex Racing. So the final grid order is Traps, Trappy, Monkey, Lugdom, Ahmed, Quistax, Wolverine, Morgan, Ank, Ikea and Risky Hobotin, Cricket, Mark Civet, Playmito, Avi, Maxi, and Harold. I don't know if Almeister has joined back, but I tried to invite him. Uh, can you send invite again, please? Well, it's too late now because the qualifying has finished, and these are the final qualifying results for you in Tier 4. As here are all the sectors if someone needs them, and here are also the incidents. There has been. Guys! Why are you all just ignoring the speed limit in qualifying? Like, what is this? Half of the grid got speeding in the pit lane. As it is a dry to wet race, as it looks from the forecast, which has been sent to Tier 4 paddock. So it will be rather interesting to look at the race. I think a lot of people will start on Hearts because the rain will come later, but I don't know when the rain comes exactly. As yeah, Quistex already goes to Hearts. For now, wait, I forgot to fucking tell the ready uptime. Don't ready up until 0.26. Tier 4, Tier 4 reserve. Okay, let's hope that nobody already is up early today. Okay, so it seems like nobody already is up early. That's good. Please don't ready up, guys. Quista is still the only one on Hearts. As the weather, Traps has sent me the weather. I think that is going to be rain at the very end. But what I know in Brazil is that when it rains, the track starts raining very quickly. Starts getting wet very quickly. So The longer we wait here and the longer the formation lap is as well, the earlier the rain will come. But I think it's gonna be still a dry race to the end. Also, the safety car factor will affect the race a lot with the decisions on the safety car, whether to pit, whether to stay out, whether to pit for inters maybe, if the safety car will be on the final laps. What was pole time? So the pole time was a 107.7 26 24 I think, or something like that. 1077 was pole time by Traps as 724. Okay, as can you believe that? No, it's still 1 minute left, so someone can still ready up early. But so far, those guys are patient. Tier 4 are patient so that we don't have to restart again. How crazy is that? Oh my god. As I think the rain will now move even closer. The weather is also set to approximate, so the rain can come even earlier than what's in the broadcast. But it can also come later. So it may absolutely come on the cooldown lap. As we are starting with the countdown, as let's go formation lap. The tires, nobody apart from Quiztex picked hearts. That was absolutely expected. I will not enable telemetry because why should I? And let's leave interval for now. And here, yeah, let's leave it on 1. So everyone on mediums apart from Quiztex, who has picked hearts. Let's see how his strategy goes. As I know, it is a one stop, and you don't even need to tire save to make that one stop. Almeister still didn't join, as Quiztex and Wolverine collide. That is not good. Quiztex will be fuming. Need top 5 and Red Bulls to DNF, please. Well, Nap, we are absolutely not. We want a healthy competition, not that. We want to do our best, but we don't want to wish our competitors to do their worst. Otherwise that's not a healthy competition. Alpine points, this doesn't look very good. 12 and 13. Well, Cricket is currently in the points. He'll get 2 points. But it's not good for Alpine so far. Believe in the comeback. Yeah, Cricket is a race merchant. As Monkey gets reset, let's see if anyone else gets a reset. Don't think so. Cricket has compact every race. P15, P4 in China. Okay, we are going racing right here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights are on, and it's lights on and away we go. And it's a pretty even start from the front too. I think Trap's got a bit of better launch, but Trappy has dived down inside and it has not paid off for him as he moves down to P7 right now, ghosting through the cars as it's 3 wide with Quiztex, Cricket and as Cricket is already up to P8, he might even go down the inside for P7 here. And P6, oh, when he almost takes out Quiztex takes his rear and loses a couple of positions. Playmito is into the wall after a contact with the Williams as Trappy goes very deep into this corner. Mark Civet also sliding here, that is not good for him, as Quistex is lagging pretty hard here. Civet gets a lock up, Maxi down the inside of... No, IKEA ran down the inside of Maxi, cannot make it, as Play Mito with a broken front wing, I think that's his race over. As we follow in this exact order, as Cricket has gained the most positions out of this lap 1. Trappy down the inside of Risky Hobo Team, as... Oh my god, what was that? That was lagging as highly. Trappy, because of his lag and because of this thing, goes down into the bottom of the grid. Mark Civet and Wustex are battling it out for P10 as Civet gets a big slide here, but he just about manages to keep it on the track. IKEA man behind overtakes Maxi as he has to recover from his start as... Oh my god, he has gone very wide here. There has been some contact as there is also a fight with Wolverine and Monkey going on. Monkey down the inside, he tries to dive, and that's making the gap for Ferraris even bigger, 0.7, as Wolverine is 0.6 away. Wolverine has already caught up with the Ferraris after almost being out of 1 second gap. Let's see the two Saubers fight. Will it happen or will it not? Quistex has dropped out of DRS, but I think he was overtaking Risky Hobotin, that might be why. Why is Monkey driving in tier 4? So it's like he's learning NA and he's good in quali but he's bad in race, so something like Raph is in tier 2. Luke Dome and Traps are DRS swapping, I don't know why and what are those guys doing, but it's definitely not helping them to get away from the pack, as it is all forming here in tier 4, but Quistex has broken the pack here. That's not fair. I asked if I could drive T5 NA yesterday and you guys said no. Because you are tier 2. And he was tier 3, I think. I don't know why they did it so, but I did not vote on that. Civet loses another position to Maxi, that is not good. As Trappy losing 13 positions at the start, and mate, you'll need to do something. As here the train has reformed, as will Wolverine go for a move into turn 1. Oh, he almost goes into the back of Ludom here into turn 1 as the two Ferraris get a sloppy exit, as Wolverine will try to go around the outside here, but I think he doesn't have enough ERS to do that. As Ludom just about said that, Mark Civet retires from the session in turn 1. I think he has some contact with IKEA van as he lost a lot of time there, actually. I don't know if he lost a wing, no he didn't. So it's just a time loss for the decom driver. As Quistex now beginning to catch up to the pack, 1.1. As Ank is now dropping back from P8. Civet is leaving the session. As Monkey is driving very strangely here. Let's take a look at the fast lap times. As the fastest lap time current holder is currently Trappy, who is lagging all over the place, and he absolutely needs to fix his internet connection. But for now, it is the order stays the same, as the two Zaubers are using the awful livery of Miami, I think that is. Not a big fan of that one, but at least makes the Williams look cool. Oh, there has been a fight going on as Wolverine forces Lugdam off track and makes his way past the Ferrari. Maybe a report after the race, but for now Quistex has actually caught up to the pack, so parts are starting to work better after 5 laps. Maxi has dropped back and now is under attack from IKEA. That is not looking good for pass as they are P11 and P14 with the championship leader down 12 positions after the start as he's getting constantly disconnected. I think he got disconnected. Oh no, it's just lagging all over the place. He really needs to fix his Wi-Fi. Anyway, Wolverine. Can he make a move? On traps here for the lead. He is very close, closer than Nugdom has ever been to the Ferrari. And he can't make the move because he has not got enough ERS to make a move. Traps is also seeming to run lower wing setup. As Nugdom cuts across the curb here for some reason, Monkey has caught back up to him, so I don't know what tier 4 pace is this guy talking about, if he can absolutely stay with them. Even in the race, he said his race pace is worse, but it looks like it isn't. And we'll also need to check his stream for investigation if he's actually running no assist or not. As Wolverine will try to go around the outside of the Ferrari of Traps, as Traps let him through here, but he'll get the DRS on the following straight. They both have almost no ERS left. Will Traps go around the outside? Yes, he will. Let's see how it plays out as Wolverine leaves him enough space, but Traps just doesn't have enough downforce to go for it. As Morgan loses 2 positions here, with Risky Hobotim also catching up to him. What happened to Morgan? Did he lose like a wing or something? As Risky almost goes for a move down inside there. That would have been a disaster if he actually stick his nose in, as they would crash and probably he would have broken his wing. Playmiro has caught up to Abby, who has pitted as well. Yeah, he has pitted as well on the same lap 1. As Playmiro is also seeming to play on keyboard. Avi goes very deep. I think he broke his wing or something in turn 1. There were yellow flags. As Playmiro goes down the inside and completes the move. Will Risky go for a move on Morgan? He tries to do it, as Morgan has lost a lot of pace since the start of the race, as now it should be an easy pass, but Risky just doesn't have enough straight line speed, it seems like, to complete the move, unfortunately. Quistex, however, has caught up to his teammate, but cannot make a move as well. So, and there's no team orders down in Williams' garage. As I think Maxi has spawned there. Yeah, he did. Probably collision with Harold or Trappy. Probably Trappy with his lagging internet. So my god. Ank and Cricket are going side by side. Is it the point where Cricket comeback stops, as Quistex will also go through now? However, Cricket tries to fight it but just doesn't have enough grip. Quistex will be flying on those hearts, and if the Williams don't work together here, they might never catch back up to the train, as they don't work together here, as Ank decides to stay ahead, sliding around the corners but still keeping his position. Ikevan has gotten past both Morgan and Risky. Risky can't get past the McLaren in P10 somehow. But to be fair, looking at Quistex's progress, it is possible that it is very hard to overtake here. So Wolverine has 100% ERS almost, same does Traps. as I have no idea why are they backing up attack. As Ankh goes back into the DRS, so they haven't fallen back from the train that they took. For them, as Wolverine makes a move on Traps into turn 1. That's pretty boring, mate. Traps is pulling back here somehow, 6 tenths back. Monkey is also getting very close. Ahmed is also getting very close to Monkey. Ank is not getting anywhere close to those two. As Morgan still stays ahead of Risky. Risky really struggling to get past the McLaren here, as they have already lost the train by a mile, almost 2 seconds. Harold will catch up. Let's take a look at the fastest lap again, as Traps may be falling out of DRS of Wolverine here. It looks like Wolverine has ramped the pace up here, but he just about hangs on here, 0.8. About the fastest lap, so 111.5, 111.5, 111.1, 111.5. As Morgan has also a very quick fastest lap, but he's getting passed by Risky right now. I think he used a lot of tires in his first stint. As Harold and Trappy have the quickest fastest laps, being down in P12 and P13 after an unfortunate incident on the start. As what is happening here, guys? Stop smashing into each other's rear, and as Risky and Harold crash into the wall, and this is a safety car. Safety car, and it's absolutely bad for Luke Dom and Ahmed and Quistax, as it is almost impossible for them to pit now, as they have to double stack, and that is gonna ruin the chances of a good result here. Ahmed is trying to back the back up. Lugdom is also trying to back the back up. But let's see if they pit. They should pit. Traps does pit, and Traps tries to go for a move on Wolverine into the pit lane, and he actually makes it. But he has 10-second time penalty. Severe collision. What is this game? But let's see. Okay, he doesn't have to serve it in the pits at least. But Lugdom will lose a lot of time here on a double stack. Ahmed will also lose a lot of time. Let's see where they come out of the pits, as Lugdom only loses 1 position, so that was well played by the guys. As Quistex also decided to pit. Quistex also pitted, as I think Traps and Wolverine will get those penalties removed, because you can argue that this was not deserving a 10-second time penalty. What is this AI doing? Softs? Really? Allmeister's AI has gone on softs. What a great... Playmito didn't pit. Wait, I thought he had wing damage. No, he doesn't. But still, why don't you pit? If you can literally put hearts on and go until the end. As we will probably have a restart on the next lap. don't think it will be this lap. Yeah, unless they pay it, they can get it removed. I'm pretty sure. Everyone's on hearts, right? One lap. Trappy and Ahmed are swapping places here somehow. What is happening? Guys, can you stop overtaking each other on the safety car? And Trappy, can you please stop lagging? Because that is incredible how much lagging you are. As Avi retires from the session, safety car is in this lap. I don't know how Avi retires from the session when it was literally safety car period. But let's see. Wistex now overtakes Trappy. What is happening? Trappy, mate. Can you fix your Wi-Fi, please? For the next race. As Traps is gonna choose a moment to restart, as he does restart right now. 3/10 back is Wolverine. He can't make a move into turn 1, but Lugdom can make a move on Monkey into turn 1. What a dive bomb as he gains his only lost position, as there is a freeway fight here for P7 as Ahmed gets spun around by those guys. By IKEA van, probably it was. Quistex has to pit again as he started on hearts. So it's not his final position, he'll have to pit again. Risky. And Maxi trying to go down the inside of Harold into turn 7. What a move. As he makes it. He makes it. What a move. Indeed. As a Trap is lagging all over the place. As let's see if Risky can overtake him. As Trappy is, yeah, he's really distinct here. Wolverine gets Traps as Traps goes onto the grass. What has happened here? I have no idea, but Traps has gone onto the grass and is now down to P5 after leading for almost the entire first stint. That is very unfortunate. Trappy gets a time penalty for multiple warnings somehow on the straight. Traps and Ank also go side by side here. Traps can't make the move. IKEA van and Quistex around the outside making Max Verstappen move here as he did in 2016. Will Quistex go for a move on Morgan? No, he can't. Risky on IKEA van can't make the move as well. Harold now around the outside into turn 6. What a move by Harold. Trappy is lagging all over the place anyway, so I don't know what's happening with him. I have absolutely no idea what's happening with him. I think he's gonna get disconnected here. Lugdom, will he make a move here on the start-finish straight? As he's coming very close, he sets the fastest lap, goes down the inside of Wolverine as Wolverine goes into the grass and he almost spins off contact on Monkey as well. I think he broke Ank's wing, no he didn't. So, but Wolverine has fallen back down to P3. Will Travis go for a move here down inside on Ank as he will flicks unnecessarily and pushes Ank off the track, making Cricket also go past him. Quistex now 3 seconds behind the group, but it has passed IKEA van and Morgan going side by side into turn 6 and 7. Now into turn 8 they're still side by side. IKEA van on the inside. Can he make it? Around the outside into turn 9, they're still side by side. That's some lovely will-to-will racing between the V-Carb and the McLaren. As they are still side by side here. as Ikea finally completes his move for P8. That was some lovely driving by V-Carp and McLaren, as a battle for P8 now concludes, but maybe Morgan will get him back with the ERS, although he has no ERS and he has Risky Hobotin sitting on his rear wing as he now tries to go for a move. Morgan really good at the start of the stint, but then he starts to fall off a bit. As Risky goes off the track, he'll have to give back the position and abort the overtake attempt, although he doesn't seem to care as he goes for a move on the inside. Will he finally make the move? As he pushes Morgan absolutely off the track and makes the move stick, as Ahmed and Trappy go side by side now. Trappy also trying to make a move on Harold, as there is a big fight going on here in this like P9, P13 range. As the two halves also go side by side, but it looks like Morgan now down the inside of Risky can't make the move. Harold, Ahmed, Trappy has lagged out again, I think, as Maxi overtakes him. No, that was a fair move. Flamito now back into the fight after being so far back on lap 1 as about tires. Everyone is on the same tires except for Maxi and Flamito, of course. As Ank and Cricket go side by side here. Ank makes a move on Cricket. Cricket has ERS and has DRS. Quistex gets a penalty in turn 1 and makes the move stick. Can Wolverine make a move on Mountain? No, he can't. So it stays the same. Ahmed and Risky, I think Risky has crashed here as he's down to P14 as Morgan still keeps the position. Trappy and Maxi and Harold are all involved in this fight for P11, almost the final point scoring position. So it's like a battle on the final few positions of point scoring, as it points until P12 here, by the way, in this league. Trappy and Maxi still side by side. Trappy has still this 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but he makes the move nonetheless. Let's see if Risky can make a move here. On the inside and on the outside. He sticks within the slipstream, but I don't think he can make it into turn 1, although he dives down the inside into turn 1 and he goes a bit deep into turn 2 but makes the move. That was lovely by the Mercedes reserve and the tier 5 Ferrari driver. Ank and Cricket seem to have their own fight here in P5, P6. Flamito retired from the session. He had a very old set of hard tires, which he didn't change for some reason under the safety car. But this is his race ending. As Ahmed now leads this group of Morgan, Harold, Trappy, Risky and Maxi. As at the front it's still something absolutely mere. I don't think Wolverine has enough ERS to get past Monkey. Monkey doesn't have enough trail line speed to get past Luke Dome, and they're all just sitting behind each other in the DRS train, as Ank and Cricket can't seem to catch up to them. About the fastest laps, I will check that in a second, as Ahmed leaves a big door on the inside, which Morgan does not take. Morgan goes on the outside in turn 6, but Ahmed blocks off the inside, and that's it done, as Harold now tries to defend from Trappy, as he does defend from Trappy. And yeah, these are the penalties. Quistek still has those 3 seconds, Trappy still has those 3 seconds, and Maxi has just got another one penalty himself. and I want to check the fastest lap. There are only two people in attendance, and that's Lugium and Wolverine. Others are 11-0, 11-1, 11-3 from Quistex here, and at the back it's also like 11-2, 11-1, so the field is pretty close. If we take them on fast laps, only a few people like Playmito, Avi, Mark Sivet, and Maxi are way off the fastest laps, but in general, there is contact between Trappy and what was that by Risky Hobo Team. He has absolutely took out both Morgan and Trappy. What the hell was that? And that's getting clipped and reported. I was hoping that this race will go without any reports, but it is not the case. Monkey is very close to overtaking Lugnum on the start-finish straight. He goes around the outside. Will he get the position? They touch the bank wheels, but I think Monkey is good with this P1. Will Wolverine take his chance to get past both of them? Here they go free wide. As what are they doing? As Wolverine touches with Lugnum as Monkey breaks his wing. Monkey has a front wing damage now as he tries to hang it around the outside, but the lack of downforce is definitely hurting him here as he gets overtaken by traps as well. Yes, he's missing the right end plate of that front wing, which has cost him a lot of downforce through the sector 2, and that's almost race over for him here in a fight for P1. I mean, what were they thinking about going free wide into turn 4? That is not going to work any day, but they went for it, and this is the outcome which they have received. Cricket, by the way, has got past Unk in P5, but let's see if Unk can get past Cricket. Can he get back on him around the outside? He chooses his line as Cricket leaves him enough space, but Unk just doesn't have enough ERS to make the move. Ahmed here is stuck fighting with Harold, which is definitely not what he was hoping for after having that 5th place earlier in the Grand Prix, but he has to deal with what he has. Unfortunately, getting into the meat of tier 4, the meat pack of tier 4 is never going to be good, and he has just stayed there, and when you stay there for long enough, it's impossible to catch back up to the front. But what is possible is Quistex getting into the DRS of Ank and Cricket. I think Quistex is also going with the best pace overall on the grid right now, as Cricket picks up another penalty. I think he had already one, as Quistex still has almost the worst fastest lap out of everyone. No, Cricket did not have a penalty before, my bad. But he has caught back up, as he has also dropped Ikevan after he had that mistake in turn 4 going very wide. As if we look on pure race pace, the final lap of Lugdom was a 1:12.021. The final lap of Quistex was a 1:11.8, so he is gaining. What was pole time? Pole time was an 106, no, not 106, 107.724. As Wolverine here just has so much more grip. for some reason in turn 1, as Lugdom still keeps ahead of him, but reminder, those penalty signs, which are for Wolverine and traps, they can be removed. They got 10-second time penalties under safety car for colliding with each other, which can absolutely be removed. Cricket makes a move on Hank, so will we see for a second time team orders from Williams? Quistax definitely has more pace than the front runners. If we compare the final lap 24, Lugdom has cooked it up 111.8, but Quistax 111.7 with DRS. He is gaining on those leaders, but it might just be too late. Wolverine, can he make a move on the inside? No, he can't. He makes a look down inside, but he can't make it. Monkey has fallen off the DRS as Ank tries to make a switchback here on Cricket, but there is also a fight for the lead as Lugdom gets pushed onto the grass by Wolverine, but Wolverine makes a move. Will this fight go the same dirty way or no? I think Cricket has made it through nice and clean. Kievan out of nowhere appears and makes almost a double overtake as, what is this? Quistax goes through both of them as Ang gets a penalty here for multiple warnings which can be removed as he was pushed off the track by Kievan. But Ang from P5 has fallen down to P8 almost. Yeah, now he has fallen down to P8 in a matter of what it was, 4 corners, 1 sector. Unfortunate for the Williams driver, and unfortunate, really unfortunate, knowing how hard it is to gain positions on this track. Although Lugdom gets very close to Wolverine, will he make a move on the inside, on the outside? Which way is he gonna go? Wolverine blocks the inside. I don't think it's possible to make a move, although Lugdom tries to go for it and spins and traps runs into the back of him and gets wing damage as Monkey. I almost forgot about that, but Monkey also has wing damage. But now it's pretty much Lugdom versus Wolverine for win. I don't think traps can make anything with this wing damage. He's also missing the right end plate now as he locks up in the process of saying that. As the only thing he can hope for now is to hold on to this P3. Quistax, Cricket, Kievan are all battling here as Kievan goes absolutely off the track. We will get back onto this view from here. Kievan down the inside as he makes a move. The delivery cooking today. Up 5 positions from the starting one. Will Quistax make a repass though? On the inside he goes off the V-Carb. They both leave each other enough room, but Quistax is lagging a bit. This might cause some crash, but it doesn't. They all keep it clean as Quistax is, lagging a lot. I mean, a lot. Harold has overtaken Ahmed after trying so hard for a few laps here. As Traps has fallen off the DRS, yes, that's race over for him. That's a fight for the win over for him, I should say. Now he has another priority of holding Monkey behind. It's not gonna be that easy as Monkey has DRS now. Will he go for a move here? He will go for a move here, down the inside, and that's an easy pass. There's been a yellow flag, but I don't know who that was. Monkey goes very deep into turn out 1 though, as Traps repasses him. Ahmed gets 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is not good. for Zauber at all. As a reminder that Quistex has not completed the 2-tier rule. So he has to pit again, either for mediums or for softs, to complete the rule. Because he started on hards, done 10 laps on hards, pitted on to hards, under the safety car, but he still has to pit once. I think he's just waiting for a safety car at this point. Because if he pits now, he'll be down there with Maxi and Ahmed. Monkey makes a move on traps. That's an easy move. As Monkey goes a bit deep here into turn 1 again. But Lugdom gets a 3-second time penalty. And that's gonna cost him a lot here. That's gonna cost him very, very much time, as Wolverine and Traps will get their 10 seconds removed, and it's a matter for Lugdom of just staying in the areas of Wolverine, trying to be as fast as possible. How is this not fair? How is this not fair? Removing one penalty but not removing the other. If it wasn't a severe collision. No need to go. Well, it's stated in the book, in the rule book, that it is possible to make a move. He did not send him into the wall or anything. He just touched him. How is this not removable? As Traps and Monkey are falling back behind. Oh my god, what a boring race. What are the penalties? Oh, okay, I'll show the penalties. Here are the penalties. Traps falls out of DRS, he'll be eaten alive by IKEA now. Yeah, great job, mate. Why the fuck did you have to break your ring there? Ah, I can sell out. Quistex now goes into the pits, yeah. That is race over for Quistex as well. That's why you should never go on hards at the start in tier 4. Because there will always be an early safety car. Quistex will try to set a fast lap time though. And Risky will also try to do that. Risky made Wire going on mediums. What the fuck is going on? Traps has kept ahead of IKEA van here, but he's never catching up to Monkey again. As Monkey has decided to release the sandbags as he caught 1 second on this lap to the front 2 with wing damage. Well done, mate. Absolutely not tier 4 pace. I'll just check that. 112.7. Monkey 112.2. 112.2. 112.9 for Wolverine, 112.3 for Monkey. What is this? IKEA van gets past Traps. Okay, mate, what the fuck was that? He has absolutely took him out. And he retired from the session. Great. Yeah, Monkey has wing damage. Why the hell was he even allowed to race here? Yeah, Traps is getting sacked. What the fuck was that? You don't need to re-rant everyone. What the hell? Oh, okay, whatever. Look, Dom is off! What the fuck happened here? He has a puncture. No, he doesn't. What a fucking sellouts. Yeah, I have no words for this. Absolutely no fucking words. Cricket is now gonna get a podium. Nap, the comeback master strikes again, as he will get P3 if he just makes a gap to Ikevan, although he is going pretty fast here. I think Monkey has entered the stream and started sandbagging as he makes a mistake here again. And yeah, this guy is definitely not tier 4 pace. He is like tier 3 maybe. I would say tier 3, but not tier 4. Yeah, me too, Gurf. I have no fucking words. First time when everything is going good, those guys will find a way to fuck it up. It's just insane. To be fair, Quistex could have made this strategy work if he pitted a bit earlier onto mediums. I mean, is Monkey Pro 11 Ahmed? No, there is fucking Pro 11 Ahmed in P9, and Monkey is a house team principal who is reserving here for Sauber. As final lap, wow, Wolverine winning, and someone didn't want to promote him from tier 5. Yeah, team, I'm talking about you, mate. Your driver is now winning tier 4 with a big gap, as he's slowing down for some reason. I don't know why. Probably to like make the gap look smaller, as we'll also take a look at the lap times, of course, after the race finishes. Monkey also seems to sandbag here. Why are you all guys just fucking slowing down on final lap? Harold will maybe even get looked on here. As Wolverine comes across the line to get P1, but it will be down a few positions here. IKEA van here moves up to P2. Nice one. Lugdom, I think, he held the position to Harold. Quistex P8, Ahmed P9, Trappy, the championship leader, is in P9, so that is not looking good for his championship gap. I will check who is his championship rival, as not results. I only know Trappy is leading the championship. I have no idea about who is his rival. Oh, so his rival is Harold. Harold finished P7, so it's not really big gap. Paul did not race today. Van Taxt, that's Ikea Van finished in P2, so he's getting a lot of points. Cricket finished in P3 as well, congrats to him. Well, to be fair, Cricket will be dropped down to P4, but the comeback master strikes again. Trappy retired from the session. Mate, because of that, it will not go into your results won't count. Well done, mate. From whatever it is, 5 points to 0. Well done. But yeah, these are results. I will also check out the lap times, but I feel like both Monkey and Wolverine have bagged the final lap because those guys have closed in a lot on them. So we'll skip through race results. No, we'll actually do the full race results here. So I'll just need to do that with penalties as well. Okay, penalties shown here. I will showcase it to you. 13.2 final lap. What is this, by the way? 14.1, 12.8. What is this? 12.2 then 14.1. Okay, let's go for it. Ikea van. Ikea van was consistent, but we want to see this guy, of course. What is this? What is this, Wolverine? 14.5. Anyone who says, look on the bagger, look at this, consistent pace. Unlike some certain Red Bull Reserve. Here are the race director, and that's it. Morgan actually gets the fastest lap in the end, so that many people tried, but actually the McLaren has gotten it. So Morgan is actually really fast, over 1 lap pace, but then in the race he struggles a lot. That's what I have noticed. Anyway, this is it for Tier 4. Join us in Tier 3. I don't know who will be commentating Tier 3, but it will not be me. So someone else will commentate Tier 3. And that is it for today. And we will see you all in Tier 3, which will be running on the same track, Brazil, at 7 p.m. UK time today. And tomorrow it will be Tier 2 at 4 p.m. UK and Tier 1 at 7 p.m. UK as well. But that's it for me here. So I'll head off and thank you all for joining today's stream.